Normal. Jungle. Fossil. That's right, guys. Those are Pokemon Trading Card Packs, and this is a Pokemon Trading Card Game. Hello everyone, this is Lucky7DX. It's time to have some fun. Yeah, kind of a bit of an oddball game, I will admit. I'm not sure how well this is going to be received, but I freaking love this game. Used to be a big fan of Pokemon Trading Cards back in the day. That being said, I've only played up to the first 3 sets, so if you know anything about the recent stuff and want to tell me about it, I'm not going to know anything about it. That being said, great game, and I'm really excited to LP this. I hope you have a lot of fun with it. We'll keep talking in a sec. I don't want this freaking thing to loop, so let's go ahead and start a new game. What is your name? Do they really not have any lowercase here? I don't see any lowercase. They have freaking no and live and dots and. Yeah, I'll make this my name. There we go. I'm Nolivanda. No. We are going to name ourselves Lucky, though, because that's who I am, Lucky7DX. I could go up to 7, I could go with exclamation point, Lucky! But I won't. So there we go. I am crazy about Pokemon and Pokemon card collecting. Yeah, I was as a kid. Look at that main character. Look at that sexy main character. He has a freaking bandana. Okay, let's face it, he looks like every other main character in a Pokemon series ever. But that's okay. Basically, the plot of this game, we want to get the legendary Pokemon cards. How are we going to do that? Well, we have to beat the 4 Grandmasters, aka the LE4, pretty much. And a champion, actually, for that matter. In order to get to the LE4, we actually need to fight the 8 Club Masters, aka Gym Leaders. Sound familiar? Yeah, they kind of try to emulate the actual spirit of the Pokemon game. But here's a little map. We'll explore that thing later. Unfortunately, we have to go to a laboratory because, like every other game, we have to go to a lab and talk to a professor, or a doctor in this case, to get our starter. Hey! Anyway, why the rush? I don't know. I apologize for the slow text right now. Unfortunately, the game sort of forces you into an actual training match without even getting the option to speed the text. I promise things will not be as slow-paced as they will be in this episode. Actually, speaking about slow-paced, this is actually my 3rd time recording this because, I was thinking about this. It is kind of a slow-paced game. I mean, it's a trading card game. But I just thought I was going to try speeding it up, or I was going to try to do post-commentary and have it speeded up. But in the end, I was like, you know what? This needs to be live. I need to be able to talk strategy with you guys as I do this. And all that speed-up stuff, I mean, it would be cool, but it's just a lot of effort, and it screws up the in-game music, and it's... So I do apologize if things are slow, though. So let's go ahead and get through this training match, though. Ask Sam the basics of the game. I'm not going to ask you a damn thing, Sam. I will freaking go for the basics of the game when I'm doing the practice match. Because unfortunately, we have no choice. We have to do this practice match. Actions do not speak louder than words. Like, just tell me how to play the game. Don't make me do this. Don't make me do this. This is the worst part of the game. And of course, it has to be in the first episode. So now you guys are going to have a horrible impression of the game and blah blah blah. Look at the enclosed instruction manual. What is this, CDI? Oh my goodness. Hello, Sam. Anyway, there's nothing you can do differently. You literally have to do exactly what Dr. Mason, the Professor Oak wannabe, wants you to do, so don't really, there's nothing you can really do, I guess. You have to follow his exact actions, and they'll always be the exact same every time you play this game. So, I'll just use this opportunity to explain how to play Pokemon trading cards for those of you who don't know and are curious. So, you want to play basic Pokemon from your hands, as we actually did know by that little green symbol there. And as you can see from Pokemon themselves, they have an HP stat and they have attacks, and the little symbols next to the attacks actually denote how much energy you need to use those attacks. I'll explain that in a bit, and of course that's the numbers how much damage it does. Retreat cost is how many energies you need to spend in order to switch Pokemon, which is useful sometimes. Weakness, whatever you're weak to, if Pokemon of that type hits you, it'll do double damage, so you do not want to be facing those if you can. And resistance, if a Pokemon of that type hits you, you'll actually take 30 less damage. However, we have no resistance. And lightning's, they don't have any lightning Pokemon right now, so don't worry about that. Staryu also, not a bad Pokemon. As you can see, you can do twice as much damage with the same amount of energy. Energies right here are these sort of things. We'll be playing, though, you can only play 1 per turn, and you'll see how that goes. And of course, evolution. After you have a basic Pokemon on your bench for 1 turn, you can evolve it, and it will have better moves, but usually more costly moves. So that. And then, of course, there's trainer cards we can play anytime during your turn to actually, do effects. Like this one heals status. I'll talk about status in a little bit when it actually comes into play more later in this match. So we have Mr. Dr. Mason dude wants us to play Goldeen because for some reason, I don't know. Staryu is definitely way better, but whatever floats his boat, I guess. Once again, in this game, Goldeen still sucks. Goldeen's like Goldeen just gets rips off in every game. Jeez. Freaking Goldeen. Oh my god, this text is so slow! So we'll play all our bench Pokemon. As you can see, healing is 1. Now, the way you win Pokemon trading card game, every time you defeat a Pokemon, you get a prize. In this game, we have 2 prizes. Those are actual cards, too, so you'll get an extra card from your hand. So even if it's not for the victory, it's always good to get prizes just to keep bolstering your hand. However, there's also a second way to win as well, and that's if your opponent runs out of Pokemon they can play. So it's also good to have enough basic Pokemon to fill your bench as well. But that's not going to come into play now. We're actually going to win by prizes. We only have 2 prizes this time. It's a pretty short match, except for the fact that the text is super duper slow. So yeah, normal sort of move here he's asking us to do. Basically, attach a water energy to your Goldeen, and now we can actually use its attack, which we'll get down here. Other things you can do on the field, as you can see, retreat is here. Goldeen has no retreat cost, so we can switch automatically without paying energy. That's good. You can check your play area and your opponent's play area and a glossary if you want to here. And Pokemon powers, I'll explain that more when we actually have one that's useful. We won't actually see one in this tutorial match. But you can activate them from there. So with that, we'll attack, and every time you attack, your turn is over after that. So make sure you do everything you want before you attack. Machop will take 10 damage, as you can see at the health bar up there. And he's going to freaking kick us in the face. Low kick! Don't kick a fish! Who kicks a fish? What the hell, dude? Don't kick a freaking fish. Oh, the tech is so slow. So we're going to evolve Seeking because Seeking has more health than Goldeen, and it'll be able to survive another kick to the face. So that's good. And also it'll be able to do 30 damage. So, well, here's another thing. Here's an important thing. The star means any energy card. It's a colorless energy. So, as you'll see with Seeking, when we can actually get through this giant wall of text here. Yeah, it has a colorless energy, so we can actually not bother using a water energy, and we can actually use a psychic, and it'll still be good enough. So, we'll do that. Kind of important, because I think for most part of the game, since I'm not going to be really grinding for packs, I'm going to be using probably a dual-type deck the entire time. Actually, the star deck actually is a triple-type deck, which is more types than I want to handle, so hopefully I can rectify that soon. But for a moment, we'll be dealing with a triple-type deck as well, so we see a little bit of a hodgepodge of starter cards, I guess. Anyway, so Machop is weakened. It's time to kill it off with a Horn Attack to the face! And also, because we have enough energy on Seeking, it's time to start charging up our other Pokemon. Very important to make sure your bench Pokemon are ready to switch in when your main one gets defeated, because, you know, eventually it will go down. No matter how freaking weak and stupid the opponent's Pokemon are, eventually they can probably do enough damage to take it down. So, you usually can't rely on one Pokemon to carry you. So charge up your other one. We're gonna get our start you ready for battle! And we're gonna Horn Attack this guy in the face. Boom! I guess that's a good thing about Goldeen, though, it's low retreat cost. I guess that's its only redeeming factor, but whatever. This dude wants to throw a Rattata in our face. Rattata's actually a pretty good Pokemon for like a starting rush, but he's gonna go to Eradicate, and he's gonna start biting the crap out of us. I'll actually take a look at Eradicate and show you his other move. But Bite will do a standard 20 damage for 1 energy, a colorless energy actually, so Rattata is always good to put in any deck. We have a Drowsy here. Drowsies are decent, I guess. They can cause confusion. Actually, you know what? Why not? I'll take this moment to actually talk about status. So there's 4 statuses in the game. Confusion, which I just mentioned, will make it so the opposing Pokemon has a 50% chance by flipping a coin instead of doing his attack, it actually does 20 damage to himself. So confusion is very potent and freaking annoying as hell when it happens to you. But as you can see, there's a 50% chance, so it's not necessarily the most reliable thing. We'll put this on our bench. We'll charge it up. I'll go ahead. No, wrong one. We'll check that Drowsy out right now. So 1 colorless energy is all you need to attack, but 2 seconds can get the confusion one. It's a 50% chance to even get confused. Not the best Pokemon, but whatever. We'll go ahead and check Eradicate as well. Its Super Effect actually does have damage to them, which can be very useful for some Pokemon that have massive amounts of HP. We'll really won't see one that has that high HP in here, but there's some that have like 120 HP, it's just ridiculous. So that Eradicate can do pretty good damage to them. Anyway, we'll just go ahead and do as much damage. Unfortunately, Seeking is going to die next turn, but there's not much we can really do about that. Not really worth paying a retreat cost to get out of there. We'll just let Seeking die, because we have a Staryu in the wings, ready to kick some ass! So other statuses, there's Poison, which will do 10 damage in between every turn, including yours and your opponent's turn, so it can really rack up damage pretty fast. In fact, there's even a type of Poison that does 20 turns of damage. That one really hurts, I love that move. Other statuses, there's Paralyzation, which means for your turn you can't retreat or do any attacks, which really sucks actually. That's actually one we'll probably see the most common, I guess. I don't know. Usually it's a 50% chance of happening, but a lot of Pokemon, basic Pokemon, have a paralyzation move. It's kind of weird. Go ahead, Staryu! And then there is a sleep. So, if your Pokemon falls asleep, in between every turn you can flip a coin. If it heads, it'll wake up. Otherwise, it cannot attack. I don't know if it can retreat or not. So, you do want to deal with that. Oh yeah, Confusion also, you have a 50% chance of failing to retreat as well. So, Confusion's very, very dangerous. Anyway, as you mentioned, we're gonna, even though we don't have Starmie yet, we should start charging up for it, in the off chance we get it, which, it's a tutorial match. Well, just face it, you're gonna get it. But for now, we're gonna just keep charging up and hope good things happen. Machop comes into play. Fighting energy goes on Machop, and he's gonna retreat out to this thing, and he's gonna kick us in the face again. Why are you kicking things, Machop? Why? What did we ever do to you? Just kicking us in the face, what a douchebag. Anyway, we get a Seeking here, that's not what we want, but we do have a trainer card. We have a potion that will heal 20 HP. Is that how much it heals in the game? I forget if it's 20 or 30 HP for a potion. As I mentioned in previous RPG games, I don't tend to use items a lot, so I never really bother using potions that much in the Pokemon games. I just usually just like massive on Pokeballs and call it a day. We'll go ahead and add another energy to Staryu, because Starmie needs 3 energies to attack, and we'll slap this guy in the face. Slap! Excellent. Yeah, like I said, these battles will not drag on as long. In fact, we'll actually probably will be able to get 2 matches in, or 2 ones in a match, unless it's a really long, intense match, which is possible. Or if I lose, I'm not sure how I want to play losses right now, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Unless for some strange reason I never lose, you never know. I mean, I like to think I'm pretty good at this game. If you're exploring type weaknesses, you usually have a pretty good advantage. But then again, when you start off, your deck kind of sucks, so we'll see. I mean, it does kind of come down to luck in the end. Anyway, we're going to evolve to Starmie. Starmie, very useful Pokemon. Nope, wrong play area. As you can see, you can recover all your health by pain and energy, not really that worth it. Or you can do 20 damage and a chance to paralyze. So here comes Paralysis into play right now with a Star Freeze. If we get this, we won. There's nothing you can do, he's nothing you can do, we won this match. Yeah, he always gets paralysis anyway. It's a practice match. Everything is predetermined, you have no free will. Dr. Mason is I don't even know where I was going with that. Unfortunately, he doesn't get the evolution I guess he was looking for. Wouldn't even help at this point. Well, it would actually. Well, when you evolve, it actually does heal your stats, so it would help at this point. But he's pretty screwed right now. We're gonna finish the battle with a Star Freeze, and we'll get the last prize, and everything will be good. And then we can finally get the text to go faster, and that is good because I am sick of the stupid, really slow scrolling text. With that, I can actually get through the matches a lot faster. There we go, second prize, we got all the prizes, we beat Sam and his stupid, smug little face, broke his glasses because we're such a bully of our bandana, and that is how you play the Pokemon trading card game. Now before I end this episode, because unfortunately this was a freaking long battle, I will be doing a couple other things, like including getting our starter deck, because we actually don't have a starter deck yet. That's not going to be the deck we use, actually, that's just a practice deck. So we're going to go over here, we're going to get our starter. Now this is where you guys came in. I asked you guys grass, water, and fire, and as you can see, he's going to give us a grass, water, and fire option, like every good professor does. So, Charmander and friends, Squirtle and friends, Bulbasaur and friends. Now it was really, really close. Grass, you got in last place, I'm sorry, dude. Bulbasaur, no one loves you still. And then Squirtle versus Charmander. By a victory of 1 at the time of this recording, it was Charmander and friends. We are going to be playing with fire like a bad little kid. That was such a bad little pun. I will show you the deck in just a second, but first of all, what you can do is, well, he's going to ask you to go to the card clubs and collect the medals, or gym badges, whatever you want to call them in this game. But first of all, what we're going to do, we're first going to pause and show up the pause menu. You can show your status, not really much important here. You can use your diary to save the game whenever you want. It saves so much faster than normal. Deck I'll get to in a little bit. This can show up your card collection. As you can see, you do start with a decent card collection, obviously a lot more fire than anything else, but we'll be mostly doing a fire or lightning fighting deck for now, unless I can get back to 2 types. Anyway, we are sitting as freaking out right there. Dual animations, they don't take that long. I think I'll keep them on for now. If they're annoying, I'll get rid of them. What do you want to say? Save, blah. Yeah, email. So the PC is another important thing. There's only really one reason to go for here, but what you can do here is you can show off all your cards, Or you can go to the glossary and look at this as blah blah blah. You can also print cards, I guess, but I don't have a Game Boy printer, obviously, connected to this, so screw that. The most important thing is that you can read mail. Dr. Mason will occasionally send you mail, and the mail will have free packs in them, so getting booster packs, always a good thing. So here we go, our very first booster pack, right here. It's a Coliseum pack, and we're going to get what we're going to get. Come on, give me some good cards. We got a Scyther, hey, and a Magmar. Hey, Magmar's not bad. Eradicate, plus power, Goldeen Magnemite, not the best pack, but that could definitely do some interesting stuff with that. So, what we're going to do now with this new pack is we're going to modify our deck, and then we'll call it an episode. So, first of all, do we have any new player Pokemon? We do have a Magmar. I'll throw that in here for now. And another Magnemite, and another, a Machop. We're going to want one of those as well. Nothing I really want here. Don't really like this Meowth. It kind of does random damage, as you can see here, so I'm going to get rid of this. The Zapdos needs a lot of energy, so I'm going to get rid of that as well. And is there anything else? What do I want to get rid of? I guess, I don't need 3 Magnemites, so we'll do this, and I'm actually going to put plus power in, because that actually adds an extra 10 damage to your next attack. And I'm going to get rid of full heal, because status, it's kind of situational. Now, as you can see right here, here's our big problem. We have very low amounts of energy, and in the next episode, which I'm going to wind down now and get to that, we're going to solve that issue. So, guys, this is Lucky7DX signing out. In the next episode, we deal with our energy crisis. Thanks for watching this, guys. I hope you enjoyed this LP. It's going to be a lot of fun. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.